With this, I call upon the next speaker, Mr. Dhruv Jain. Mr. Dhruv Jain is the Assistant General Manager for Grasim Chemicals, Aditya Birla Group, and he leads the Digital and Industry 4.0 portfolio for Grasim Chemicals. He's an engineer by vocation, consultant by profession, and curious by nature. He has 13 plus years of experience in plant solution and services, spanning across several sectors and countries. In his current role, he is responsible for delivering thought leadership and strategic business vantage points on smart manufacturing and application of Industry 4.0 technologies. Over to you, sir, Mr. Dhruv Jain.
Thanks, Shivani. Thanks for the introduction, and I would like to thanks World of Chemicals and Chemicals today for giving me the platform to interact with all the stakeholders. Good afternoon, all, and I have been observant of the various presentations which has been done since morning. All of them are coinciding to the same fact that automation, although it's a class of new technology, but it cannot succeed without the human element and the human perseverance into it. I'll share my screen henceforth, and then I'll begin my presentation. Shivani, just let me know if my presentation is appropriately available, all the stakeholders.
Yes, we can hear it also. We can see it clearly. No issues.
Okay. So in my today's discussion, I would basically discuss that what are the various automation and industry 4.0 type of automation, which is an advanced set of automation which we have implemented for our business. What are the key various benefits to it, and what are the various challenges to it? So let me just enable the laser. And next. So I believe Aditya Birla Group doesn't need an introduction. It is one of the largest 43 billion conglomerate, a global conglomerate spread across diversified business across all the continents from east to west. I am specifically part of the chemicals business who deals into caustic soda lye derivative products. Grasim Chemicals is one of the largest manufacturers of caustic soda lye. We have 8 operational units in India and 2 subsequent units of fashion yarn, which manufactures rayon yarn, which goes into textiles, specific apparels, as well as into your tire manufacturing. We are primarily based upon membrane cell technology, and there are various derivative products based upon chlorine and hydrogen, because chlorine and hydrogen are the primary byproducts when we manufacture caustic soda lye. So that's our landscape. The key business imperatives which we want to drive and which we want to control and optimize are 3 for us. The first is energy. Energy is a raw material for us since our main manufacturing is dependent upon the process of electrolysis. 60% of the whole manufacturing cost attributes to the electrolysis process, where power is the input. Now we want to have a very keen and very sharp focus on how our energy spends are there, what are the various losses, and how we can control them to reduce our bottom line. Second thing, human productivity. Our all units are spread across India from east to west, north to south, and obviously those are at remote locations. Now with that, we face a very strict, very stark challenge of niche and very high skilled manpower productivity. So we want to maintain, so to maintain a business sustainability, we want to make our human workforce. I'll answer these questions later on. We want to improve the productivity by the use of technology so that our business functions and business processes are much more robust, repeatable, and give us consistent performance. Third, process safety. Since we are into the business which manufactures and produces hazardous chemicals like caustic soda lye, which is a very strong alkali agent, hydrogen, which is highly flammable, and chlorine, which is highly corrosive as well as poisonous. Safety is always a top priority for us, and we always aim for a zero. So anything and everything what we can do to improve and enhance the safety, improve the reliability to ensure 100% safety, we invest into those kind of technologies. So these are the three major value drivers what we have whenever we think of technology, whenever we think of automation. Going down to next, I would like to connect over here the theme of automation, the theme of digitalization, and theme of Industry 4.0. Automation, I being an instrumentation engineer, means doing more with less and employing much and more automated mechanics. Earlier, automation meant use of PLCs, DCS, SCADA, microcontrollers, microprocessors, which used to do basic tasks very efficiently, repeatedly, without any human intervention. All these things also produced very consistent and reliable results. Obviously, the human intervention into those type of processes were reduced. Today, we are in the age of information, analytics, and collaboration. The whole terms of automation have now been enhanced. It's no more basic SCADA PLC automation, but use of advanced technology to further automate the daily business processes and tasks. Now, with those set of technologies, obviously the Industry 4.0 set of technologies come, which heavily rely on your advanced analytics, AI, ML, IoT, AR, VR, and so on, and cloud computing. Obviously, the cost of accessing and deploying this technology have reduced a lot, and that is primarily the reason Industry 4.0, digitalization, smart manufacturing is on everyone's agenda today. Here, what we are trying to see, as I said, we have three business drivers: energy, productivity, safety, and sustainability. All our Industry 4.0 projects, which enhances our automation, are bucketed into these three. And I'll go through quickly some of the initiatives and some particular initiatives into deep details to explain how these are making a difference to us. In the bucket of safety, we have Darpan, which is basically a remote field collaboration hardware device, which helps an expert remotely view a field, a situation, and guide him and coach him. Two, we have many tankers. We have a lot of our fluids and materials moved through tankers, so their proper upkeep, hygiene, maintenance is topmost for us. And obviously, a human going into the process of confined space tank cleaning is a very big concern for us. So we are trying to see how robotic operation can clean a tank much more safely, reliably, and quickly. Safety simulations, safety scenarios, obviously in a real-time environment, in a real world, are very risky. So we are using virtual reality base of technologies to simulate those kind of scenarios so that the risk of violating a safety norm gets imbibed into his memory forever. Into the bucket of productivity, we have a technology solution which we call a central manufacturing cockpit, which effectively combines the data from all the shop floor sources, be it your PLC, SCADA, DCS, your emission monitoring, your energy monitoring, and give a holistic view of what are your operational KPIs. Energy cockpit is a module of central manufacturing cockpit, which gives a very precise, sharp view of what are the energy spends and what are the contributing energy spends. Now, all these things are done in real-time basis so that by the time the deviation starts, within half an hour, if those deviations are persistent and those are not spiky, alert is generated so that the field operator takes a corrective action.